Bang, bang, Niner gang. All right. All right. Currently got Eagles Cowboys on. All right. Eagles Cowboys. I have it on right here. I will be watching the end of it intently. We'll see. We'll see what happens. One thing about me. You want to know one thing about me? Well, let me share this. Let me share this live. What am I thinking? One thing about me, I will never root for the Cowboys. Not a chance in the world. Not a chance in the world will I ever root for the Cowboys. So the way I see it, let the chips fall where they may. You know what I mean? Let the chips fall where they may. If the Cowboys win, they win. If the Eagles win, they win. Okay? Let me share this. Let me share this. Where we at? Share. Copy link. How's everybody doing tonight? Anyone in here? Who's watching the game? Alright, let me share this. Ba, 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 ba. Oops. How's everybody doing? So Cyrus only root for them because of fantasy? Ain't no way, man. I can't do it. That's why I don't play fantasy, honestly. A lot of people always ask me, like, do you play fantasy? I don't. It's because I don't want to be rooting for anyone. I'm already stressed out enough rooting for the Niners. So I'm not going to stress myself out more rooting for some other bums. I don't care who it is, you know. Let's see. 27-13 Dallas right now. We'll see how it goes. Philly looked good that last drive or before this when they scored. But Dallas seems to be manhandling them. You know? Dallas seems to be doing their thing. So Gabe Gamer Athletics texted me earlier and said, you cannot quit my channel. So we'll talk about that in a bit. I kind of want to see how this game pans out. And I'm trying to share the stupid live stream here. Here we go. Sunday night live stream. How's everybody doing? Everyone watched the game? So you technically have two favorite teams, the Cowboys. Yes, absolutely. Just like in baseball, whoever's playing the Dodgers. Number one seed coming. I mean, it's looking like it, but I don't know if you missed it. I'm never gonna root for the Cowboys. So for me, if it's like same thing with the Dodgers, like if the Dodgers, if they needed to win to help the Giants with seeding or something like that, I'm not going to root for them. I'm just going to say, let the chips fall where they may. But I'm not rooting for them. Were you at the 49ers game? I was not at the game today. I probably won't be at another game until the playoffs. Hopefully we get some home playoff games. If everything goes, according to plan. Especially if this game, how this game turns out, sorry, I'm over here trying to share all this stuff. So how was the game, Rob? It looked like the Niners were kind of sluggish at first, and then of course we turned it on. But I feel like people don't talk about that enough. Like, it feels like the Niners start off a little slow every game, and then the second half we just pull away. And we had chances to pull away further this game, but we didn't. We still got the dub, though. I feel like the way I feel like the Niners made a lot of silly mistakes and silly plays, and like we could have just we could have destroyed them if like I mean we got unlucky like Ronnie Bell with that stupid what was that I forgot what they called on it, but when he tripped, he tripped. Um, and then bad throw to Ayuk, which got tipped for an interception. It was like a lot of silly things like that. But thoughts on Mahomes' meltdown today against the refs? Um, that's funny. Is the stream having problems again, man? I cannot ever get this stream working right, man. It's so frustrating. I think it's just the the internet at my apartment is just terrible, terrible. I'm even playing the game. I have the game on here. I'm playing this tethered to my phone, just to try to keep my internet like, you know, free. Anyways, Mahomes was being a crybaby, absolute crybaby. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's tripping, man. Like, come on. Tony was obviously offsides. Like, it wasn't just like a nitpicky call. Like, he was a foot across the line. Like, come on. And the fact that, we've historically seen the Chiefs get so many good calls. So it's like, nah, man. Like, nah. I was upset though, because that play was fun. I love Travis Kelce, and his little throwback was awesome. He's done that before. I love when he does that, so that was cool. But I like the Bills too, so it didn't really matter who won. And Vikings Raiders, I mean, come on, man. what are we doing? I didn't see a single. I mean, there was no highlights, but I didn't see a single play. I didn't see a single highlight. So I don't even know what happened, but like, dang, man. All I heard was Justin Jefferson got hurt pretty bad and had to go to the hospital, which obviously sucks. And I guess Dobbs is not playing well. Everyone was kind of riding this Dobbs hype for a little while, and I don't know what happened there. But I mean, come on, man. That's the thing. Everyone's blaming Jimmy G, man. Yeah, exactly. Raiders can't blame Jimmy anymore. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I tried to tell Raiders fans, Jimmy might will you guys to a wild card, and they still turned on him. What's up, Jennifer? So yeah, Niners. Wait, what did you say, Rob? It was packed. There were too many people getting food, and I was taking so many orders. Oh, I forgot you worked there, huh? I forgot. Were you the one who asked me about the menu, the members menu, or was that someone else? Yeah, that's why I like the members menu, because then I can save a little time. Because otherwise, if it wasn't for like the short lines, man, like I don't even get food at games just because I don't want to miss anything. And then the times where I could go, like halftime, everybody goes, and then. Yeah, so a lot of times I don't even get food, but I started to just because of the shorter members lines. Now they want Jimmy to start again. I mean, they better. Jimmy's their only hope. Well, I don't know how they don't get that. There's people don't understand football, man. Like the heat that Jimmy gets is so unwarranted, and for Niner fans too. Niner fans, it was the same thing. And that's actually what I was going to talk about, the Brock versus Patrick Mahomes thing. Just like, it is so wild to me that Brock Purdy gets so much flack. Like, everybody just says, oh, he's a system quarterback. He can't do this. He's a check down machine, which obviously the stats say that he's not. But the people who say that kind of stuff, like on social media comments, they don't actually watch football or understand football. That's one thing, one tangent on that. I had to realize this. All right, I had to realize this when it comes to people on the internet arguing about sports, especially football. We don't all watch all the games. You know what I mean? Like, some people will have red zone, so they'll see the scoring plays. Otherwise, people are only watching like their team and then the primetime game, right? But they will talk about stuff as if they watched all the games. So the reason they can talk about it is because there's narratives. And narratives are bigger in, I think, the NBA, but they're still huge in the NFL. So people will start a narrative. Oftentimes it'll be one of the talking heads, Skip Bayless, someone like that. Otherwise it'll just be, some random person, I don't know. But they will start a narrative, and then people don't watch the game, so they will hear the narrative and then parrot that narrative because they're like, I understand what's going on. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I saw the highlights. Yeah, he did throw a check down to CMC. He is a check down machine, like. But you got to remember, a lot of these people aren't watching the games, right? And this was a big thing when I was arguing with someone. I was arguing about Frank Gore, and people were saying Frank Gore is not a Hall of Famer. Like, if you're top 5 yards all time, you're a Hall of Famer. It's that simple. It's that simple. Like, there's no argument. It doesn't matter how long it took. And also, you got to realize that it only took Emmett, it was a year or two sooner that he broke the all-time record that Frank Gore got to, what is he, third? So it's like, the gap wasn't that big between him and Emmitt Smith, the greatest of all time, as far as longevity. But the people who say this about Frank Gore, they didn't really watch Frank Gore. You got to remember, Frank Gore was on one of the worst teams in the league for the majority of his career. So people weren't watching Niner games unless they were Niner fans, right? There was hardly any primetime games. Nobody's tuning in to the 2-14 Niners. They did not watch Frank Gore, so they just think, oh, he was Frank Gore on a bad team. He had a long career. He just racked up the yards. It's an easy narrative to buy into. And then you actually, they're like, oh, he was never the best in the league. Like, so does that mean no wide receivers during Jerry Rice's career deserve to be in the Hall of Fame because they played with Jerry Rice? It's just such a nonsense argument, and you have to remember it's because people don't actually watch all the games. They think they do. They think they know. They think they get it, but they really only watch their team in the primetime games, right? Or they watch Red Zone and it's only a scoring place. So, you can't listen to people's narratives about this stuff. And we all do it, I do it too. But Frank Gore is a Hall of Famer, obviously. If you watched Frank Gore, you would have known how incredible he was. How he was on one of the worst teams in the league and was still finding holes and finding space and, breaking tackles. He was incredible. But the fact that he was on a bad team, people don't give him credit. That's nonsense. Let me catch up on the comments here. Brock had a great game today. He absolutely did. It's almost like the Dodgers don't care about money at this point. Hey, it's a good player. Let's get him a fat contract like it's nothing. Absolutely. I'll talk about that after this thought. Narratives don't have to be true, unfortunately. They just need to be heard and popular. Yeah, or close to true, It is true that Frank Gore racked up a lot of yards on a bad team, but how do you hold that against him? It's like the Jimmy narrative 2019. Nobody watched them. Yeah, Jimmy was slinging it, but you have a couple bad games, especially on prime time, and then that's the new narrative. But my point with Brock was they use these things against Brock as far as oh, he's got so many weapons, it's such a good team, let's see him on a team with no weapons, whatever. And it's why is that an argument against Brock Purdy? But then Patrick Mahomes inherited a Super Bowl caliber team, a Super Bowl contender, a Super Bowl favorite team with Alex Smith. And nobody says anything. Why? Why does nobody say anything about Tom Brady taking over the Super Bowl contender Patriots? Drew Bledsoe, a lot of people picked them as a Super Bowl team with Drew Bledsoe. Tom Brady comes in, doesn't do much, really. Honestly, Tom Brady, his first few years, he wasn't doing that much. That was a defense-led team. So why does Tom Brady not get, handicapped because he took over a really good team? Why is that? Nobody ever says that about Mahomes, even though he took over an absolute phenomenal team. Phenomenal team. And nobody uses that against him or discredits him. And obviously, Mahomes shouldn't be discredited. But I just don't get why, it's a big deal that Brock came into a good team. It's not a big deal that Mahomes did. When Mahomes came in, started slinging it, playing good, people were excited. The whole sports world was like, oh, this is the new kid. And then Brock does it. And, half the people are excited for him. Half the people are like, oh, Brock's the truth. And then the other half are just naysayers. It's weird to me, man. I don't get it. I don't understand. But I'm just a guy. You know what I mean? Anyways, Brock's the truth. Mahomes is the truth, too. Even though he's a whiny crybaby tonight. Whiny little crybaby. Jennifer, I do not need your money or want your money. And your team just lost 3-0. So I think you're incorrect there. I think you're absolutely incorrect. But how do I celebrate the first super chat from... How do I do that? Oh, whoops. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, there, I got it. The chat back. You almost made me lose my chat. Wait, there it is. How do I... There we go. Now. What's the game at? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Dallas got another 3 points. Looking bad for Philly. It's over. It's over. So yeah, Gabe from Gamer Athletics texted me and said I can't quit the channel. So I don't know if I can quit because I don't want to upset Gabe. Why is my stream so terrible? Why? It's so frustrating. Is this like, what is going on here? Anyways, yes, first place. We are in first place. Or we will be in 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Oh my goodness, what a throw by Dak. I hate Dak, but what a throw. Yeah, I got the game on here. Watching the end of it here while I do this. So I was going to talk about Ohtani. Man, forget Ohtani. Alright? That's my thoughts. Forget Ohtani. Thank you, Jake. Why is this not? Oh. Yeah, forget Ohtani, man. Like, first of all, okay. I told people this. I don't know if I said it publicly, so I don't have receipts, but like, I told people I don't care if we get Ohtani. Right? Like, he's super fun to watch. I liked Ohtani. I had no problem with Ohtani. The energy he brought was super fun. Obviously, he was like a two-way player. Ohtani's great. But with the amount of money he was asking for, first of all, which is crazy, right? The fact that he's 30 years old already, he's had 2 Tommy John surgeries, and the fact that the Giants already had the greatest player of all time and didn't win anything. And before that, we had the other greatest player of all time, and we won, once, twice with him? With Willie? Can't remember. Been so long. I wasn't alive yet. We went in 54. I don't remember. And we lost in 62 to the Yankees, but I can't remember which ones we won. But anyways, point being, you could have the greatest player of all time and not win anything. The Angels had Ohtani and Trout, 2 of the greatest of this generation, couldn't even make the playoffs. So spending that kind of money on someone that isn't going to guarantee you a playoff spot even is just crazy to me. And I don't care about the money. I think the players should get more money. I know that's a different take than most people have. A lot of people think that athletes get paid too much already and they're whiny athletes. I don't think so. Like, if it generates the money, it generates the money. It should go to the players and the staff and the concession workers and the stadium workers and the field crew. That's where the money should go. So, I don't mind the fact that I'm not saying he doesn't deserve money or the players don't deserve money. I'm just saying is in regards to building a team when you don't have unlimited money, right? You have to budget somehow. I just don't see his contract being worth it. And honestly, I don't think it's going to be worth it. And I think I'm not even the end of it. I think by the middle of it, the Dodgers are going to be regretting it. But I still don't. I don't fault Ohtani for taking money. That's not my problem. My problem is going to the Dodgers. Like, I'm just so sick of this like front running bandwagon team, man. I'm just so sick of like their top 3 players are all Hall of Famers that already solidified themselves on other teams, right? Like they just signed 3 Hall of Famers. It's just annoying, Like, cool, do it because I don't think it'll help you win necessarily, especially with the injury issues and the age of all of them. But like, it's just annoying. It's just corny to me, and it's really like I hate fans of teams like that just feel entitled to it, like they just expect it. And LA is always going to have that privilege, and I just hate that they don't acknowledge it, and that's what gets me mad. Like, just acknowledge the fact that you're in LA. Young athletes are gonna want to live in LA. They're gonna want to play in LA. They're gonna want to, dibble and dabble with R&B singers and rappers and actors and actresses, right? Like, they're always gonna have that built-in advantage, which is fine. It's nobody's fault, but just acknowledge it. If you're a fan, just acknowledge that you have that, right? I guess that's what annoys me the most about the Ohtani thing. And it's just annoying to me that Ohtani, as an athlete, as a fan of the sport, wouldn't acknowledge that he's going to the bad guys. Like, go to any other team but the Yankees and the Dodgers. It just reminds me of like the tourist that doesn't know anything about sports, and if they come to the United States, they just buy a Yankees hat because they just know the Yankees. And the Dodgers have become that team too. So it's just front running. It's just like joining. It's like in the Mighty Ducks. It's like joining the Hawks or whoever that other team was that was really good. Now I like the Mighty Ducks, right? I like the Giants. We did it with homegrown talent and misfits, send-offs. Players that other teams didn't necessarily believe in. Right? And I'm telling you, it feels way better. It feels way better. Because we know we went through it with the Warriors. The first one in 2022 feels way better than the ones with KD. The ones with KD still feel good. I still enjoyed it. I still had fun. I still went to the parades. But it's not the same. And I can admit that with KD it was unfair. But the problem is with Dodgers fans, Lakers fans, Yankees fans even, they don't realize that they have that privilege, and it's just annoying. It makes me think of like, I always see like girls on Instagram and they visit LA. They're not even from LA, but they visit, and they get their Kobe jersey and they go take a picture at the Kobe mural. And I'm just like, come on, come on. I just hate the trendy teams. I hate the teams like the Lakers, the Dodgers, Cowboys, that just always feel entitled, they're the most popular, always bring themselves up in the conversation. That's the thing about me. Like, I know a lot of other fans of my teams watch my channel, so of course I talk about my teams first and foremost, but I can have a conversation about other teams and not bring up my team. It doesn't have to be about my team. But when we talk to Dodgers fans, Lakers fans, Cowboys fans, Yankees fans, New York Giants fans, this is a New York thing because they're, it's New York, but like, you talk to these people, they always have to bring up their team. And it's just like, all right, dude, all right, we get it, you're a fan, we get it. And it just bothers me. And so it just bothers me that Ohtani wouldn't realize, like, dude, you're going to, like, you're already going to a powerhouse team. Like, how does that feel good? You know? It's like if you're playing Madden and you choose, like, you play with the best team. You know those kids? You remember growing up playing Madden and the kid that would choose, like, the highest ranked team? It's like that. And that's what annoys me so much. It's like, how many Hall of Famers do you need? That you didn't draft, right? If the Dodgers drafted all these people and then just signed Ohtani, I wouldn't have a problem. But you're signing Hall of Famers that you didn't draft, you didn't have anything to do with. And I would just respect the Dodgers way more if they still had Bellinger, Seager, right? Like those guys, even Turner, because they're the ones who really, like, got him to elevate his career, right? Like, if they had those guys, I would respect it way more. But they just sign whoever they want. They have the most money. They're in LA, so they could be like, "You sure you don't want to come hang out with Kendrick Lamar and, Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber?" Like, what, a 25-year-old athlete or whatever is not gonna listen to that offer. It's just annoying. You have to admit, the Dodgers have a great farm system. That's my problem. They have produced talent like Will Smith, Corey Seager, Cody Bellinger, and more. They know how to produce good talent and then ship them off. No, that's exactly my point. They have probably the best farm system in the league, and they still can't help themselves. And they still just sign other Hall of Famers. Like, it's just annoying when there's 29 other teams in the league that will never be able to compete with that. Like, obviously I want the Giants to win every single year ever for all time and never lose a game or a championship. But at the same time, it's always cool. Like, it was awesome to see the Texas Rangers finally get over the hump and get one. Imagine how cool it would be to see the Rockies win one, right? Or at least see them have a good playoff push. Even that's so hard for them to do. Diamondbacks have such, like, a talent. They have a good farm system, and just, like, their staff is so good to evaluate talent that they're able to put stuff together and be competitive, right? But it's like, imagine if the Diamondbacks with that talent and that skill had the money, and also we're in LA with Justin Bieber. So I'm unapologetically hard salary cap in sports. I mean, if that's what it comes to, if that's what it needs to be, the problem is I really want the athletes to get the money. Like, I want the athletes to make more than anyone. I think they deserve it. I think Ohtani deserves it if that's what people are willing to pay. But it's just annoying that, the same privileged teams are still privileged, and then the fans don't acknowledge that. And they just act entitled to it. Like, it's so annoying. I have a lot of friends that are Lakers fans. It's so annoying that anytime there's a big name out there, they just automatically assume they're coming to the Lakers. So annoying. You're a Rockies fan too? Man, I hope the Rockies, can figure it out someday. But a lot of they're going uphill. As a resident Seahawks fan, it hasn't been a fun couple weeks for us. Yeah, I imagine. Mariners never had a chance on getting Shohei, which is ridiculous to me. When he was first coming to the United States, I wanted him to go to the Mariners, actually. I thought it would have been cool. But again, people might hear something like this and think I'm just salty. We didn't get Shohei. I'm not. I didn't really want Shohei. So it is what it is. And I've always been that guy. I have a track record of being that guy. Like in 2012, when Peyton Manning was available after his neck injury, a lot of fans wanted him to come to the Niners. I didn't. And I love Peyton Manning. One of my favorite players of all time. And personalities off the field. But I didn't want to win that way. I wanted to win with Alex Smith, and I think we could have. And then I wanted to win with Cap. I thought we should have, but we didn't. It would have. I'm telling you, if you could go alternate universes, we stick with Alex Smith and win it all. it would have felt so much better than winning it all if we just signed Peyton Manning. It would have felt way better. And I didn't want to sign KD. As a Warriors fan, I didn't want to sign KD. It only won me over when I saw the reaction of the NBA world, and I saw which such whiny crybabies they were that we signed one guy that I was like, all right, we'll be the villains then. My whole life we never signed a big free agent, and then we signed one and it's a problem. And they act like it was a super team, but it was all drafted. So how's that a super team? I don't think it counts. I don't think a super team counts if you draft them. Dodgers were a super team, mostly drafted a few years ago. I don't hold that against them at all. I'd rather have a good core of players than one headliner. Absolutely, Cyrus. I'm with you there. Ballpark kind of sucks for hitting. It's better for pitching, but the M's don't really spend a lot of money. I mean, same with Oracle Park. They said Shohei didn't really like hitting at Oracle Park, but it is what it is. Who knows if he'll ever really pitch again, honestly. Dodgers paying all that money, he might not ever pitch again or pitch the same. Los Angeles gets all the shiny toys. SoFi Stadium, Clippers will get their new arena. It's the culture in Los Angeles. Having all the best stuff is a standard, and if not, fans get upset. Yeah, it's just, and that's fine, but just admit to it and just stop acting so entitled. The fans just, I don't know. It's just so annoying. It's just, to me, it's so much cheaper, man. Like, to hoist a trophy and you have like 3 Hall of Famers that you signed from other teams, that already won championships with other teams and they're already Hall of Famers. It just doesn't feel as good as it would if it was, Seager, Bellinger, all the people that they rocked with, from minor leagues all the way through to the show, growing pains, the ups and downs, getting over the hill. It feels so much better. I'm telling you guys as a Giants fan, it feels so much better. So much better to win it with your guys, homegrown talent. Even your Giants were the best, just a bunch of young guys drafted along with other misfits. That's what I'm saying, man. Nothing like it. Nothing like being the underdogs. Again, I like the Mighty Ducks, not the Hawks. Okay? I don't care that the Hawks have the nice uniforms and equipment, right? And they're all clean cut. I don't care. I like the Mighty Ducks. What's up, Josie? My signing Peyton and seeing the Broncos win the first time was pretty great. I mean, I didn't see a problem with him going to the Broncos. He had to go somewhere, and you got to understand that the Niners were very close to winning a Super Bowl, and we had our guy. We had Alex Smith, and then we had Cap to fall back on. So it's not like it was a total deficiency. You guys had a total deficiency, so it makes sense to get Peyton. If we had no quarterback, then yeah, get Peyton. But we did. We had 2 quarterbacks that we could have won with. I think Alex Smith had a better chance than Cap, but we went with Cap. So it is what it is. Yeah, no, I agree with the Cap take. The NFL advertised all his feel-good diversity initiatives while it blacklisted him. I don't know if the NFL blacklisted him more than the owners apparently did. So I don't know how much I blame the NFL. I like to blame the NFL for a lot, though. They are just a money-making business. But, when you got Goodell, Manfred with baseball, obviously it's business first, which sucks for fans. And you see it with the Oakland A's situation. I guess the Warriors were a super team because of the talent they were able to draft. And I'll never know how it feels to win a championship. That's what I'm saying, man. So I'm telling you, if you draft all your players, I don't think it's a super team. You can't call it that. It's an organic super team, but it's not the pile-on nonsense. It's not the Heatles, right? It's not the teams that LeBron was putting together in Cleveland, where he's just like, oh, I want this guy, I want this guy, I want this. Okay, we'll get these guys, and he's playing GM. The Celtics weren't as bad, I thought, just because they actually had to trade. They didn't just sign people. But, even with KD to the Warriors, I'll take it. I get it. But, you can't hold it against a team when they have, a super team that they drafted. They deserve credit for that. And as far as Blazers, I don't know if you ever saw it, but a long time ago on my channel, we went to a Blazers game. We met Bill Walton on the plane on the way to Portland, and they were playing the Lakers, who were coached by Luke Walton at the time. So we thought, oh, maybe Bill Walton's going to watch his son, coach, and we're going there too. How cool. We get to meet Bill Walton and go to a Blazers-Lakers game where his son is coaching. And even better, when we went to the game, they had a ceremony honoring the 77 championship team. So all the living members were there. And they had like a whole halftime thing with Bill Walton and all that. Dude, it was awesome. And Moda Center, one of my favorite arenas. We watched Dame go off against the Lakers. Great game. As a kid, I loved a lot of Blazers players. Cliff Robinson was one of my favorite players for some reason. I always liked the guys who were not as hyped, but solid. So I loved Cliff Robinson. I love Portland. I feel for you guys. I would love to see the Blazers get over the hump. It must be heartbreaking to see Dame leave. I couldn't imagine that. But just know that if you're not playing the Warriors, I love the Blazers. I'll root for the Blazers. And the Moda Center had the sweetest little old ladies working the doors and as the ushers. I absolutely loved my time in Portland. And if you get a chance and you haven't seen it, we did a whole series of videos in Portland a handful of years back on this channel. I loved Portland. So if that means anything. Is Jordan Love legit? Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't watched enough Packers football, honestly, to have a good take. I could run with the narratives like I was talking about earlier, but I'm not going to do that. Oregon Ducks fan, so I know how it feels to have all the drip. Dude, I'm jealous of the Oregon Ducks, man. On this channel as well, I went to a bowl game with the Ducks. It was a terrible game, but it was a fun experience. I'm a Nike guy. If you guys see me, I'm like sponsored by Nike. Every time you see me, I'm wearing Nike. So I would love to be a Ducks fan, but I wouldn't do it because I'm not from Oregon. Warriors were an organic super team, exactly. Been a many Blazers games. I'm actually from Portland. Like I said, man, I love Portland. What's up, Mitchell? Glock Purdy, absolutely. Was Bill Walton cool? So funny story. I'll tell you the Bill Walton story. We were at the airport in San Diego. We flew. I was with my brother Cole, who you know and love from the channel. We got to the San Diego airport at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. It was a really early flight. And we're standing there. We're standing like outside of the seating area for our gate. And I think my brother went to the bathroom, and I saw a couple people going up to this tall guy. And I looked, I'm like, oh my God. So I couldn't wait for my brother to get out of the bathroom. He came out of the bathroom. I'm like, dude, look. And he's like, oh my God, Bill Walton. I'm like, yeah, dude. And then we didn't know he was getting on our plane. So he was sitting like 5 rows ahead of us to our right. So we could see him like the whole flight, and we were just like geeking out, And I was telling my brother, because he's a little younger than me, but I was telling him about how like when I was a kid, I used to walk to Blockbuster to rent the old like NBA bloopers tapes and stuff like that, and he would always host them. So I'm like, I was too young to see Bill Walton play, but I just appreciated his presence and his legacy. So it was just super cool to meet him. So when we got off the plane, I wasn't gonna bother him or anything, and we didn't bother him before. Like we had plenty of opportunities if we wanted to, but I've seen a lot of celebrities. Remind me one day to tell you guys when Michael Jackson bumped into me. That's a true story. I always try to leave them alone. I've never been like the type to like bother celebrities. I've seen a lot, man. I saw Ice Cube at Disneyland. I don't know. I've met a lot of celebrities. I'm in California, But when we got off the plane, the terminal's like super long in Portland. And we got off and we looked and we couldn't see him. So we're like, he disappeared on us. And then we walk into the bathroom, and I turn the corner into the bathroom. And you know how bathrooms are when a flight deboards? It's like packed with people. There's one urinal open, and it's right next to Bill Walton. So I walk up to this one open urinal next to Bill Walton, and I turn and look at Cole and just do one of these. and he just starts laughing, and then I go and I take a leak next to a Hall of Famer, basically, right? And then we leave the bathroom. Me and Cole are making all kinds of stupid jokes. And then as we're walking through the airport, Bill Walton was near us. Everyone kind of walks out the same way, and a bunch of people were bothering him. Like, obviously, Bill Walton's a legend in Portland, so a lot of people were bothering him. A couple people asked for pictures and stuff. So I was like, let's just ask for a quick little picture. And I actually took a video. So the video is in one of my videos that I posted back then. But I took a video. I was like, hey, sorry to bother you. Could we get a picture? And he's like, yeah, but take your hat off. So I had to take my hat off to take a picture with him, which was funny because he was always like the cool hippie guy. And for some reason, he didn't like my hat. But he was cool. And then we got to see him at the game, and they did the whole presentation and stuff. It was super cool. Bang Bang Niner Gang, absolutely. Portland has fallen off recently. They need help. Portland was awesome when I went. I think there's just a couple problem areas, but that's every city now. Debo went off, man. Debo went off. I was in Eugene this summer, my first taste of Oregon. I loved it. My aunt lives not that far from Eugene. I need to go visit, but I absolutely loved Oregon. Loved it. I can be a Hawks fan because I'm only a 3-hour drive from the stadium. Don't see why not. No, you probably don't like the Seahawks, so you got to admit we have a nice stadium for watching football. I've never been, but, it looks awesome. And honestly, I love T-Mobile Field. Or it's T-Mobile now, right? I always think of Safeco, but... And I actually have an old shirt of the Kingdome. So Seattle, I thought, always had cool stadiums. I need to go. Niners number 1 seed. Yeah, was it 38 seconds left? I got the game right here. But again, I'm not rooting for the Cowboys. I won't. However the chips fall, they fall. You should try and check out the Izod Center in Jersey. See any remnants of the Nets. Now Legend TV soundstage. That's on my list, actually. Yeah, that's actually somewhere I wanted to go check out. Speaking of, since I got through the Ohtani thing, that's actually a great segue to the abandoned places thing. So I was gonna do an abandoned arena in New York, upstate New York. But you guys know my trip was canceled last year. If you watch this channel intently, I had a whole trip plan to Western New York, upstate New York. And the epic snowstorm hit. I was supposed to go to a Buffalo Bills game. I was going to do an episode there. And I had a whole series of things to do. And one of them was an old abandoned hockey arena. But yeah, the Izod Center, that's on my list. I've looked into it. There's another one too. There's another arena that's now like a community center or something. I can't remember what arena. But I thought it would be cool to do some of those that are like different uses now. There's also the what was the one in Seattle? Help me out, right, guy? The Key Arena, was that the old Sonics arena? They use it for other stuff now, so I'd love to go check that out too. 49er fans deserve this. We do, man. We do. My only worry is that, Philly has the easiest schedule of all time to end the season. So we got to make sure that we don't drop the ball. I'm in Houston, Texas for Christmas and New Year's. Finally going to check off the Toyota Center. Dude, that's sick. I love the Toyota Center. Did you see my video, Josie, that I did at the Toyota Center? It was super cool. The video wasn't that great. I was by myself, but I got to see Heisenberg and Jesse. They were in attendance. But Toyota Center is cool, man. It's super small, but like it's dope. Like I love that they have these lights like in the corners of the arena, and they say like light the fuse and the lights turn on. It's just cool. Not a lot outside of the arena, and the inside part is really small, but like it was cool. I wish I had more time in Houston, man. I was only there for a couple days and I had a great time. I'd love to go back. I got to see Minute Maid. The old train. Come on, Minute Maid was built on an old train depot. Like, how sick is that? Show your address. Does this mean you're sticking around? Love the channel. Will hate to see it go. I was going to talk about that last. I'll talk about some of my ideas. Now it's the Kraken's home, and the NHL is called Climate Pledge Arena. Wait, Key Arena? Wait, I don't think Key Arena is where the Krakens play. Key Arena they use for other stuff, right? I think my cousin went to a concert like last year at the Key Arena. Hockey game, mostly because I'm a Penguins fan. They were playing in Seattle night. Oh, so are the Kraken playing there? Oh, it is. Oh my God. Yeah, my cousin went to like a concert at the Key Arena or something. I was super jealous because I've talked about this before, but Sean Kemp is one of my favorite players of all time. So like so many of my favorite dunks of his were there, you know, and just like the pictures of him, you just see it had a distinct look inside that arena back in the day. So it was super cool. Kings fans love your work. I hope so. I'm trying to do more King stuff. I gotta get into the Arco 1. That's another old arena I want to get inside. I did mention it on my my Arco Arena videos, but yeah. Kraken play Key Arena, but they renovated and renamed it. Dude, I had no idea. That is so cool. I have to go now. I have to go. Speaking of, I want to start doing more alternate leagues, stuff like that. You know, I just did that press conference for the Oakland Ballers. I would love to see some of this history. In fact, for those of you that liked the abandoned sports stuff I've done, I have another abandoned sports video coming out soon, hopefully. And then I have I'll tell you guys straight up, I think my candlestick video will be done this week, but it's been taking a long time. But I have an awesome candlestick video. It's going to be a long one, man. It's going to be like 30 minutes long. I'm trying to cut it down, but there's just too much cool stuff to show the history of candlesticks. So it'll be out soon. You know, it killed me that I could not check it off when I went to Houston the first time I went. Oh, but you're going back. You're going back. Yeah, Toyota Center's cool, man. Awesome fans, too. Like, I give the Houston Rockets fans credit. Because when I went, you know, they were one of the worst teams in the league. And still, a lot of fans there. They were pumped. They were in a good mood. They were jovial. They were super nice. All the credit to the Rockets fans. Check out in the front. Make sure, because there's different entrances you can go in. Make sure you go around the front. They have like a Hakeem Olajuwon. Like, it's not a statue of him, but a statue of his jersey and stuff. Make sure you check that out. It's pretty cool. 49ers fans feasting on birds. I know. What do we got? 2 more? Or no, 1 more, right? Just the Ravens? I know we got the Cardinals too, right? Hopefully, man. The Ravens going to be a tough one. So I'm just worried because the Eagles have such an easy schedule. So hoping that we punch the Ravens right in the mouth. Streams are getting a lot more popular. That's really awesome. The last couple actually went down a little bit, but hopefully, man, I wanna mix it up. You know, I could, like I said before, maybe get some guests and stuff. You know, the last 2 streams were actually on location. I wasn't home for them. Maybe do more stuff like that. I don't know. I'd love to do more giveaways too. I just been broke. Probably should hate the Sonics because they got screwed by the NBA. It would be cool. Yeah, if they, you know, they keep talking about expansion, Sonics would be cool. I'd love to see the Sonics come back. I always liked the Sonics, but again, like I think I said this a couple streams ago, but I don't want them to expand the leagues unless they have more stuff like the in-season tournament. And of course, the Lakers won it, right? Of course. Like I don't know. That one's iffy to me. I don't know. Sounds like home cooking. They're, you know, the inaugural in-season tournament. It just happens to be won by the most popular, trendy team. Nah. Bah humbug. But I think they need to change the format of the in-season tournament. The apex of the tournament, it just felt rushed. You know? Like, I don't know. It just felt rushed. Ravens called. Yeah, no, the Ravens will look good. It's going to be a battle. Gift Vegas expansion. Vegas, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm bitter about Vegas, but I know you're from there. But um, speaking of though, I long overdue. I need to get into the WNBA and do some episodes on my channel. Um, I enjoyed kind of learning more about the Monarchs when I did the Sacramento series. So the fact that the Bay Area is getting a WNBA expansion, I can finally like feel more invested. So I'm looking forward to that. Also MLS, man, I really got to get into soccer more. I really got to get into soccer. I'm missing out. You know, Seattle and Vegas are guaranteed to get teams. It sounds the most likely. Yeah, I can't think of any other cities that would get an NBA team before those two. Yeah. Stop giving Vegas a new team every single year. The crowd was dead for the in-season tournament. I mean, the crowd was all Lakers fans. That's what it's funny. It's like, okay, it's supposed to be neutral ground, and it's in Vegas, and it's the Lakers. It's gonna be nothing but Lakers fans. Yeah, the girls can ball, man. The Golden Knights, the Aces are so good that I'm hoping they stay good. So when the Bay Area gets a team, we can actually maybe try to take them down. Like I said, I like the Mighty Ducks, man. So I wanna root for a team that can build something and climb the mountain, not just sign the best players. you know. Yeah, I wouldn't see Austin. That's too many Texas teams. Too many Texas teams. I can't even think of another team that would be, or another place that would be good. Yeah, I can't think. I don't know. I don't know where else would be good. I talk about this for baseball though. Like if they expand baseball, if I chose, it would be Portland and New Orleans. I think they'd be really fun baseball towns. Mexico City expansion would be so cool. Look, it would be cool to go international. The length of the trip, I think it would just affect way too much. I think it would affect the game, the season, the teams, the players. I think it would affect it way too much. So until we bring the Concorde back or some other like super fast planes or teleportation, I don't know. I don't think Austin could get a professional team because there's already a lot of teams in Texas. Yeah, Mark Davis should only focus on the Aces instead of the Raiders. He should just keep his hands out of everything. Speaking of girls hoops, you cop a pair of Sabrina ones? No, I haven't seen those. Oh, let me look those up. I do want the Cactus Max, the John McEnroe shoes. Oh, Nike women's Sabrina ones. They're not bad. They're too contemporary for me, man. Like I really like 80s and 90s shoes, honestly. I got a couple pairs of the Nike Terminators. I got them for under retail lately. I really like them because they have a cool history. They were made when like Nike was really not the cool brand, and they made these shoes specifically for the Georgetown Hoyas. So they're a very early rendition of what became like the Jordan 1, the Air Force Ones, and all those shoes that had that look. So the Terminators are awesome. So I got 2 pairs of them. I've been wearing those a lot lately. I was wearing them in the Winterfest episode, if you have a keen eye. Speaking of, man, the Winterfest episode is awesome, and it barely got any views. That hurts. New Orleans should get a baseball team. I'm telling you, New Orleans would be a cool baseball town, man. Why don't you take that beanie you're wearing to the toilet and flush it? I won't do that, Telly. I won't do that. It's worth too much. New Orleans would need a dome if they somehow get a team. I mean, I feel like most teams want a dome nowadays, you know? Keep making great content. Don't let that algorithm dictate anything you do. I know, man, like, I'll get into it in a minute, like the future of the channel and things I'm thinking. The abandoned places I was going to talk about more. Like, I just found an abandoned like old prison camp, and it's not that far from me. I never heard of before, but apparently it's like heavily overgrown. It's in the mountains. So I want to go check that out. But if you might have seen this on social media, my microphone jack on my camera broke. So I cannot get good audio. So no matter which microphone I use, the jack is broken. This is a known issue on this camera, which I had no idea about. This is the Sony A7 III. And it's a known issue that this microphone jack goes out. And it happened to me. So what happened was the Oakland Ballers, the press conference video I put out last week, a week and a half ago, when I went to edit, all the audio was different. Like some clips, the mic was working, some it wasn't. So I did a whole bunch of takes with this is my Rode microphone system, and it has this mic, and I can clip it on. I did a whole bunch of takes with this where I was far away from the camera, and it didn't work. So that's why the audio of that video is very, very bad. So I thought maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I didn't plug it in right or whatever. But I was like, it's weird how some clips are working, some aren't. Then I went to go to Great America for Winterfest. Thank you, Great America, for inviting me again. Really awesome. Like, that's so cool, man. Like my home theme park that I grew up going to invited me to do videos twice now. Like that's awesome. But when I got there with Jet and I did the live stream that you guys may have seen, after I got ready to start filming, and I knew that I had mic issues the previous video, so I started testing it, and I couldn't get any microphone to work. I have two main microphones. They weren't working, so I had to do the whole video with onboard audio, which is very terrible, and it took me a long time to fix the audio, which really sucks. And it's very limiting as well, especially somewhere like Winterfest with a lot of background music. If I don't have my microphones, I can't have focused audio where it like focus on me while I'm talking. So I have audio from everything. It's very difficult. So I don't know what to do about my camera. That's one of the main things. Thank you, Jake. I love the Winterfest episode. I thought it was super fun. I wish it had an audience. Yeah, I mean, YouTube, I don't say I hate YouTube. I hate the algorithms, and I hate the way people's attention spans are. Because I feel like if people gave my videos a chance, they would, start to buy into them and enjoy them, but not enough people really get past, wherever I'm ranked in the algorithm. New Orleans and Louisiana is a football state. It absolutely is, but I'm just telling you, man, a New Orleans baseball team will be super fun. It'll be super fun, man. Same with Portland. I think a Portland baseball team would be fun. If you ever watch the Battered Bastards of Baseball, there's definitely a lot of baseball fans in Portland. And it's just what you could do with the branding, with the logos and stuff. It would be I think it would be a lot of fun. So I don't know. But anyway, so I have a couple options with this camera, and this is affecting the future of this channel. I did post that I was considering quitting the channel after I do, like I've been telling you guys, I still have like 12 videos that I'm editing that I need to put out. I strongly dislike YouTube. I don't blame you, Telly. By the way, you didn't like my beanie, man. What's your team? Please don't tell me your team lost 3-0 today. Where are you from? What's your team? But anyways, I did post that I was thinking about quitting the channel. This is a big blow. I'll tell you straight up, I don't have money to replace this. The repair is like $500 to $600. Replacing the camera is $2,500, right? Not this particular camera, but if I was going to get a new camera, I'd want an upgrade, which is about $2,500. I could replace this for, I think, about $1,500. I haven't checked the prices lately. But this is limiting because, like, this screen only comes out like this. So I would want to upgrade and get one where the screen pops out. So if I'm doing selfie mode, I would have the screen, So I would want an upgrade. That'd be about $2,500. So if I had the money, that's what I would consider. The repair, like I said, $500 to $600. Now here's where it gets tricky. The replacement part for this, a new microphone jack, is only about $15. And I've this computer I'm streaming on right now, I built it. Right? I done electronic stuff. I can build stuff. I built my little wagon I'm super proud of. Right? Very intricate metal model. All right. I might be capable of replacing it for $15. But I watched a tutorial and it was very, very difficult. A difficult replacement. There's a lot of... you have to basically take the whole camera apart, and there's a bunch of little ribbons. Tiny, tiny microscopic ribbons you have to plug in, unplug, and then plug back in correctly. And I'm just very scared of that. So what do I do? What do I do? Do I try to save up for a new camera? That means I can't film anything for a while. I do have a lot of videos to edit and put out, so I could focus on that. But then if an event or anything comes up, I can't do it. So that's kind of where I'm at. Like, do I try to replace this? Do I try to have it repaired professionally to guarantee that it'll work again? Or do I attempt it myself and possibly bork the whole camera, and then I'm back in the hole? So that's a big blow, obviously, to the channel, right? But I'll figure it out. This camera, you guys may remember my camera before this, about a year and a half ago, broke as well. While I was filming the last duel in San Francisco, I went to replace the memory card, and the next memory card would not seat into the camera. It wouldn't click in. And while I was like 30 minutes into filming that video, so I asked for the repair. The repair was like $400. So I just bought a new camera. I just got this camera, and then I still want to get the other camera repaired so I have a backup, but I just haven't wanted to spend the $400. But so it's not the first time I've gone through this. I can figure that out. I get paid decently. I'll figure it out. Just, money's been tight with the Niners tickets, and just my rent keeps going up. You know how it is. Everyone out there is struggling right now, myself included. So I'll figure that out. But that comes at a time where things have been really hard. African hedgehogs are my team. I used to like the Raiders, just do not like Vegas, because I'm a poker player who loves... Baby, I'm retired now. So you from the Bay? I'm assuming you're from the Bay or LA maybe? But you don't like Vegas? I don't know anything about poker, by the way. Nothing. Little, maybe. What I learned about poker, I learned from Red Dead Redemption. So anyways, about the future of the channel. So I was considering, should I retire the channel? Thank you to everybody that reached out and said nice things, by the way. And look who's here. Gabe's here. Like I had mentioned earlier, he had texted me. Look, I love doing this channel. I love doing the videos. I can't even put it into words how much like I enjoy it. The problem is how much I put into it. I work 10-hour shifts at my normal job, and then I come home and I'll edit pretty much all night. Some nights a little lazier, some nights not all night. Maybe I'll just do like an hour. But my weekends are mostly spent editing or checking on the print shop, which I just started. I'm working on a book connected to the channel, 2 books. It's so much work, man. And like doing the shorts, doing TikToks, doing reels. I don't have any help with that, right? I've tried to get help and it just hasn't worked out. So, yeah, Gabe keeps saying if he quits, or if I quit, he quits, but he's not allowed to. So I don't know why he's saying that. It's just a lot of work, man. And my videos are not, I don't just throw them together. Like every little detail matters to me. Every little detail, man. Like I've literally driven 4 hours to add a 3-second shot to a video because I was like, I don't want to do this video without this extra shot that I missed. The Mentryville, if you guys saw the Mentryville video, that the abandoned ghost town, it's now like a park with some trails, and it was an oil boom town that started the company of Chevron, basically. One of my favorite videos. That video was filmed twice, like 6 months apart. I just wore the same clothes. You can't really tell. I drove all the way back 6 months later just to add on some shots that I missed, right? So like the attention to detail, actually trying hard, it matters to me. And YouTube does not, there's just social media in general, does not reward quality over quantity. It can if you're attached to another entity, right? So for example, you see a YouTuber that isn't that well known, but they'll do a video about another YouTuber that's embroiled in drama, and then that'll get them in the algorithm. But if I'm doing videos about some abandoned ghost town, that's not like a trending topic. Like a little museum or something, something cool I film is not a trending topic. People are not actively searching for it. And even the 49ers videos, people always ask me for more 49ers videos. Every video I've done, I think, has gone down in views. So my original, like earlier ones have, tens of thousands of views. My last 2 recent 49ers videos have like 1,000 views. So these are all just things that I'm cognizant of and honestly just bother me. Because I work so hard. I barely have a social life. I barely go out. I barely see friends. I haven't had a real vacation. All my vacations are planned around filming. And pretty much my vacations are filming. Every day is a film day for the most part. I went to Texas for a few weeks earlier this year, and I was filming constantly. I took a few days off to spend time with my niece at the end of the trip, but that's also because I was sick. I got sick. So, but other than that, I've dedicated everything to this channel for almost 7 years. And my last video, I put it out and it got like 50 views in the first day. The Winterfest video. And it's like, why am I basically sacrificing my whole life? And after 7 years, I can barely get 50 views. Those are just things I have to be aware of, Gabe, you are my friend. You've been a light in the darkness. Thank you. And you're not allowed to quit because I said so. But no, it is hard though. It is hard to, if I was just throwing these videos together and just throwing them out there, whatever. But again, the fact that my whole life is basically wrapped up in these videos that get 100 views, it's just hard. Like it's one of those things where they say, what's like the definition of insanity or whatever, like doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And I want to try to do more short form content, and I have different ideas, but it hasn't totally helped. I had some videos do very well on TikTok. I didn't see a difference on YouTube based on that though. And even the TikTok now, every video gets like 200 views and that's it, and it just stops. So what can I do at that point? Favorite videos are the ghost ones. I appreciate that. I love the ghost ones. That's it. Like, for example, that's a good example. Lock, California. I did a 3-part series. It took me a year to put those videos out. Okay, I spent 4 days in Lock. I had to drive there. I had to pay for the bed and breakfast and do all that, right? Spent 4 days there. I took time off work. It took me a very long time to edit all those videos, mixed up with everything else I was doing. So those videos I wanted to drop them in October. I was trying to do them October last year. I didn't end up finishing them until October this year because I thought they just fit the theme. It's like a creepy old town, right? And I did 3 different videos, 3 different themes that I thought the first one, if you like history, you could like the history. Second one is goofy. It's a bunch of goofs, gags, clone gags, a lot of humor. Third one is ghost stories and urban legends. So I purposely did that like And those videos, you know, collectively have like 1,000 views. All three put together have 1,000 views. Whereas other, you know, other people will do just throw together a quick video and they'll get 1,000,000 views. You know, you think of like on Instagram or TikTok, you'll just see someone with their cell phone and they'll just film a couple cool things, a waterfall, and then they'll just do a voiceover and say, "Oh my God, I found the most amazing hidden gem," and blah blah blah. And we had the mango iced tea and it was phenomenal and I can't recommend it enough. And they'll do a 30-second video like that and then get 2,000,000 views. And I'm taking a year to perfect a series to try to tell the whole history of a town, right? But that town is not trending. Like maybe it's my fault that I should frame it more like those people do, where I'm like, "Oh, you wouldn't believe this town I found," or whatever. But I don't know. It just comes across as so fake to me, and that's the last thing I will ever be. I'll never be the YouTuber like, "Oh my God, guys, like I'm gonna be myself. I have to be. I can't be fake. I can't. I don't know. I just can't do that. And having that fake personality, I'm not gonna just walk in front of the amazing view and do a twirl with a fake smile. And you always see those videos, which is funny, like the influencers who are like, they're like filming something, and as soon as they stop filming, their whole demeanor changes. Have you guys seen those videos? They're always funny. I always see them on Reddit. If you watch the Reddit "I'm a main character" subreddit, there's a lot of funny videos. But I'm just saying this to say that it's hard, man. It's hard to work as hard as I do and not get views. And I'm not blaming anyone. It's not anyone's fault. It's just kind of the nature of it and the reality of how people consume content. I just don't know if I have a place in that ecosystem, basically. As much as I try to, and I try to find a way to do it. Hey, you're not quitting daily, can't quit. One of my favorite YouTubers. Thank you, Natalie. We are just talking about you at dinner with Kate's family. We are talking about your tile while walking by it. Wait, which tile? Tile? Never give up. Keep up the fight. Thank you, Jake. Mine too. Those were great. Very interesting, the stories. Thank you, Marie. You have a place. I mean, honestly, I don't know if I do. Like, I'm just being pragmatic about it. Oh, at Disneyland. Oh, you guys are at Disneyland? Ah, you lucky dogs. You lucky dogs. I want to go to Disneyland so bad. I've been promising my niece to take her, but she's not available till like summertime. And I'm like, I want to go now. But I don't have money to go now anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it's a thought that counts. But, look, all this stuff is around my channel. I did this with all my cool stuff and this display and built this because I wanted a cool background. Like, everything in my life has been dedicated to this channel. Again, I barely have a social life. I barely do anything besides this channel. So, yeah, it's frustrating and it hurts. It's painful to put out a video and it gets 4 comments, after 7 years. And I'm not saying I'm entitled to it. I'm just being realistic about, like, all right, after 7 years, I would think that I could have more than a couple people care about my videos enough to leave comments, right? Like, let me see. Literally on this channel, on my channel, I begged for comments years ago. I've been like, what can I do to get more comments? I've asked the audience, and people had good suggestions. Just hasn't worked. So do I have a place? I don't know. I even said, like in the Winterfest episode, I said, hey, leave a comment. Like, what is your favorite Christmas movie? I think only one person actually left that comment. So I'm trying that. It's not working. I appreciate the person who commented. And literally my face lights up when I get a comment on any of my videos. And, I just feel like I should be a lot further along than I am. And after 7 years, I don't think there's anyone to blame but, myself and what I'm doing. So I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I have a place on YouTube, but I do appreciate all the kind words. Um, and I know a bunch of you, like the people I always see in these live streams, like I appreciate it. I appreciate it every week that I see. I start to see the same names. Like it means a lot, man. Like it really does. And like Jake met me at a Giants game, and that meant the world to me. Gabe and Natalie's friendship has been awesome, and all of you guys that leave comments, like it's great. It means a lot to me, right? But like, I'm just afraid that I guess like treading water and letting life pass me by, or is there other projects I should be working on? Um, people have asked me about documentary stuff. So like, there's a documentary I started a couple years ago with a um, community organization, and they put it on pause, and they just recently hit me up again to try to finish it. Um, should I be doing more stuff like that? I don't know. I don't know. Um, so it's just it's heavy on my mind. I'll be honest. It's heavy on my mind, and it just I don't even know what to say, but it hurts, man. It hurts to work all night till the sun comes up every night almost, and then put out a video. And like the Winterfest video, I put it out 2 days after I filmed it, which is super fast turnaround for me. It usually takes way longer, but I literally stayed up. I was sitting here. It was 7 a.m. I could hear the birds chirping outside. I did that for 2 nights. You know, I went to work on like 3 hours of sleep, and I put it out, and I get 2 comments. So it hurts, man. It hurts. So again, I'm not blaming anyone though. Nobody is obligated to watch my content. Nobody's obligated to leave comments. Um, but with all the hard work and how long it's been, and I try to like do giveaways and stuff so that people would enjoy it, or feel like maybe they're getting something back, because I really don't feel entitled to anything. I hate it when you guys have left super chats here. Like it kind of it's hard for me to take. I'm not the type that ever really asks for stuff. Um, so I want to make sure that if anyone gives me something, they're getting something in return, basically. That's why like I started, the membership or the Patreon that has a bunch of bonus content. But my Patreon at most has only had like nine patrons in 7 years. And then my YouTube membership, I have I think one person, and that's Top Hat Debbie, who's always been supportive of me. Um, so the YouTube membership, I just put out a video with Gabe, behind the scenes of filming the Unite the Bay rally video. So I don't ever want people to just give me things or handouts. I want to make sure that I'm providing something, and so that's why I only have memberships and Patreon, because there is bonus content, there's bonus episodes and behind the scenes stuff. So I'm just saying that to say that I don't feel entitled to anything. My opinion, you should really focus on sports. NFC Championship video, old Sagarino Raiders last game were always strong, got a lot of views. I mean, yeah, I see that. But even those videos, those views have gone down. And I like the history ones are my favorites though. That's what makes me the happiest. And the thing is, there's other channels that focus on multiple topics. It's different topics, but it's all presented the same way, and it's all through my eyes. So I feel like there's a common thread there. I don't know if I'd be happy doing just full sports videos, to be honest with you. And that's my problem. And you might be right, and maybe that's my stubbornness, right? And that's what I struggle with. If anything, what can we do to help? We support you in all ways, anything at all. Again, I'm not saying any of this to try to like just get sympathy or help or anything. I'm just being honest with you guys, how it feels. Like I don't need anything special. 49ers make the NFC Championship. Go to it. I mean, I'm trying to. Definitely take the breaks that you need. Take care of yourself along the way. Don't want you to get burned out. Yeah, I should probably take some breaks, but I have so much to do. Gabe, I don't need money, man. Love you too, man. You're the best. Niners #1 seed, absolutely. That is the good part of the day. But here's what I'll say to you guys about the future of the channel. Again, I have like 12 episodes still to edit. Now I have the big hurdle of fixing this camera, because until this is fixed or replaced, I can't film anything. But again, I have a backlog of stuff to put out, so it's not the end of the world. But I still got to figure this out, and that's a tough one, right? I have like 12 videos to put out, and I want to focus on a lot of shorter videos to just help the channel. I've been neglecting YouTube Shorts because I hate YouTube Shorts, and I hate the way they look on the channel. I feel like it makes the channel ugly by having all these shorts there. But I need to stop being stubborn. I'm going to do more shorts to try to get the channel out there. More involved, more into the algorithm. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to focus on shorts, short form content, and putting out these other videos. And then I'll evaluate how I feel from there. Because again, I love doing the channel. If the channel wasn't like taking my whole life, if the channel was exactly as it is, but like I still had a social life and I didn't have to like edit all night till the sun comes up to still barely put videos out, I wouldn't even consider stopping. It's just the fact that it takes up almost my whole life and I barely get anything in return. Except from you guys. You got like, especially the people on the live stream. You guys have been awesome, right? But my goal is to really be able to do something with not necessarily just the channel, but something connected to these creative endeavors full time. I don't need to be rich. I don't need to be famous. I just want to be able to pay my bills and do this full time and pump out videos and put out, pins and prints. Check the print shop. Shout out to a woman named Jennifer. She just bought 4 ornaments from the Etsy shop today. That was super cool. I appreciate that. But I have these other ideas as well to expand what this channel is, so it's not just the channel and just the videos. That's with products. That's with books. That's with maybe the bigger documentary projects. I don't know. I have a lot of other ideas, so I'm going to be focusing on trying to get all that together, having more to offer than just the videos. So then maybe I don't live and die by the videos, and I don't, I don't spiral and go off the rails because my video only got 2 comments, right? So that is my promise to you guys. I will not quit right now, but I will definitely have to reevaluate in a few months, like into the new year, and see where I'm at and see if I've made any progress by trying alternate paths. I will do that. 19K is awesome, man. It is awesome, but 19K over 7 years is a lot of dead channels, a lot of people that don't watch my content. And again, 19K subscribers and my last video gets 150 views. That's a very, very low percentage. So I don't know. Would you consider a podcast? I know a co-host. His name rhymes with Babe. Yeah, I would. I did a podcast before. It was a lot of fun. I'm definitely open to that. I don't know who this Tabe guy is, though. Who's Tabe? I mean, hey, Gabe, if that's something you were thinking about, we can definitely have that talk. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to stop being stubborn and try some alternate, ideas. I'm still going to do my videos as is, but also diversify what I do, basically, and see where that could take me. The only thing, look, again, I don't want handouts. I don't want sympathy either. It's hard for me to sometimes say things like this because I don't want someone to just pat me on the back and say, oh, right? But I'm just being honest with you guys and open. And the only thing I would ask of you is, watch my videos, please, and leave a comment. If something's cool, if you appreciate an effect, that's one of the things that gets me. I will work like hours on a special effect and then nobody will even notice or like comment on it. I'm like, darn, nobody caught that one. Unless it's in your face, like the Ant-Man video, then it was full of effects and everyone sees it. But like the gay bro show, hey man, I'm definitely open to it. We can talk about it for sure. But yeah, and maybe, if you guys want to go back, check the archives, man. I got a lot of cool videos that barely have any views. Some of my favorite videos, barely have any views. There's a couple videos that have like under 1,000 views from like 5 years ago that I love, which is funny. But, should I focus more on sports? Maybe. But, the last few sports videos didn't get that many views either. I did some 49er videos. The last Raiders game, those have, tens of thousands of views. And the last few sports videos I've done have like 1,000, 2,000 maybe. But, look, I did Hooptopia, has less than 1,000 views. Water Gardens at Fort Worth, less than 1,000 views. Tricks and Treats at Great America, less than 1,000 views. My Blazers, the Lakers and Blazers game, less than 1,000 views. 6 years ago. Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff on my channel that I'm proud of regardless of what happens, But it is hard, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. It is hard. Bay Area History Podcast. I'm a bit of a history nerd. I'm down for that. Josie, you like the history videos? Somebody has to back me up on the history videos. I do have some more Bay Area history videos that I want to do, and I was thinking about knocking them out soon, but I'm gonna have to wait because of the camera. But that's another thing. Like the last duel in San Francisco video is one of my favorite videos I ever did, probably top 5, and it barely got any views. That was just last year. Last year videos are one of the coolest videos I watched. I remember you telling me how you learned how to do a new effect for the Unite the Bay video. You were super excited about it. Yeah, I don't remember which effect it was. Bay Area history videos would be so cool. I mean, I have a lot of them already, I do have a lot of them, but I would like to do more. That's what I was thinking too, like shorter, quicker videos of just some cool history. Maybe something that doesn't necessitate like a whole 15-minute video, but if I could do like a 4-minute video to tell some of this cool history, I would like to do something like that. And those are the reason why my videos specifically are getting views right now. But I think if you attend the games for the 49ers Giants, people will watch, especially if you're there. I mean, yeah, but my last two, I went to 2 49er games recently and they didn't get that many views, compared to other ones. So I don't know. Like the thing, Gabe, is like you're very consistent and you have the support of not just Oakland A's fans, but just baseball fans in general are interested in, what you're presenting, what you're doing, and the situation that you're in. And you're able to put out your content quick. And, like, it's a quick turnaround where it's like, oh, this game happened. Now I get to see it, like, the next day or day after from your perspective. So you definitely have that advantage, which is awesome. So I don't know. Maybe I should do, like, less effects. But again, I don't want to be pigeonholed. I don't want to be stuck doing the sports videos, because when it comes to what I enjoy doing the most, the sports videos are my least favorite to actually make. They're the hardest to make. Something significant happens at the games. People want to see what happens from the fans who are there. Yeah, I mean, agreed. But like, we had the big game against the Cowboys. Everyone was talking about it, and that video has 1.2K views in a month. Like it wasn't a barn burner. Next year will be the 25th anniversary of the 89 earthquake. Love to see you make a video on that. That's a good idea. I could incorporate. So I have a video that I've tried to do multiple times that I couldn't do. That has something to do with some earthquake history in San Francisco. So maybe I could make that a series or something, or a thing. I don't know. Again, I got to fix the camera first, but I got some abandoned sports stuff coming up. I got at least 2 awesome museums that are like really have super cool things in them. The candlestick video should be out this coming week. I would like to have it out by Tuesday, but that means that I edit all night tonight and all day tomorrow and all night tomorrow night, which I'm gonna try to do, but I'm not certain that I'll be able to do it. So I will try to get that out shortly. I got some abandoned stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4 abandoned places that I've filmed already. Yeah, some historical sites too. Like 3 historical sites. And some other sports stuff too that I haven't talked about yet. But I got a lot, man. And again, I love these videos. I love what I do. I love what I've been able to do. I feel super lucky to be able to do the things I've done. It's just hard to dedicate my entire life to it and constantly go into debt and constantly like have to miss out on friendships and socializing and all that stuff. And it's hard. Again, if it didn't take all the time that it does and all the money that it does, I wouldn't even consider stopping. But it takes all my time and all my money. And so, if anyone knows any editors, I could definitely use help editing like short form content, TikToks and Reels. I really need help with that because that little extra bit of time eats into any free time I have. So I try to put out more short form, but it doesn't always. I don't always get it done. And again, if you want to support the channel but also get something in return, the membership on YouTube is available. There's already a bunch of behind the scenes videos and bonus videos and extras. Let's see, so far I got, and there's more on Patreon that I'm going to eventually migrate over to YouTube, but I just haven't yet because I don't have any members yet. But we have a video at Whataburger in the Alamo in San Antonio. I have extras from the Alamo Dome game, about 10 minutes of extras. I got an abandoned little neighborhood and Riverwalk in San Antonio, behind the scenes videos. And then I have a behind the scenes video of filming the Unite the Bay hype video with Gabe. So if you want to join the VIP, membership. And I have 3 extras from Arco Arena. I have almost 1 hour of extra footage at Arco Arena. Extra footage from the Arco Park Stadium, the stadium next door. That's like a 13-minute video. And then another video going back to Arco after all is said and done. So, and I'll be posting more. I have a bunch of like members only videos to post, but why post them now when we don't have members? But I've posted a lot of videos in the last month and a half, 2 months, and literally only one of them crossed 1,000 views. So it's hard, man. It's hard to deal with that. But I appreciate you guys that do watch. I appreciate you guys with the kind words. Also, we have the print shop up on Etsy. We do have some Oakland Coliseum ornaments on there, as well as some awesome prints. And I'll be adding more all the time. Niners got the #1 seed. That's big time. So hopefully there will be some playoff games, and I will try to attend and do videos at those as well. But yeah, that's about it, I guess. I appreciate you guys for listening to me yap away. A variety pin, that's in the works. I just don't have money to get anything anything made yet. But I actually have I think I talked about it on a live stream recently, but I have a whole series of pins. A whole series of pins that are supposed to come out, but the manufacturing costs, I haven't had the money yet. But they're being designed, so I'm gonna have a series of pins. The ornaments, they're manufactured by they're on demand. So on our print shop, I only did the Oakland Coliseum ones right now because that was the only image that looked good on the ornament. It's a top-down image of the Coliseum that I took with a drone. But they're made on demand, and they're on our Etsy shop. So Variety Show with 2 V's, varietyshow.etsy.com. You can check out the prints, and I'll be adding more. It's just haven't had time to put them all up there. But there will be new prints and goodies being added to the Etsy shop all the time. So, go ahead and favorite the Etsy shop if you'd like. If you'd like to keep tabs on some of the things we're offering. And yeah, I got more ideas. Again, like I was saying earlier, I'm trying to diversify so that it doesn't just all begin and end with the videos. The videos will just be one piece of the pie, hopefully. Sharks tied it. Did they? Sharks have actually been winning some games, man. After that terrible start, they've been winning some games. They're not in last place anymore. I think I saw. I should do a Sharks game. Maybe that'll be. Well, I keep forgetting. I keep having ideas, and then I forget. My camera's borked. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I would like to upgrade. That's what I would like to do. It's just the money. But yeah, we'll see. Gabe, hit me up. Let me know if you like any of those ideas that we're throwing around. We can talk about something for sure. I'm down for that. Other than that, I hope you guys all have a great night. If you want to get in the Christmas spirit, check out the Winterfest video. It was a lot of fun. Shout out Great America for the invite. That's another thing. It's kind of embarrassing when like Great America invites me to do a video and then it barely gets any views. It's like I'm just afraid that they're gonna be looking at it like, why do we invite this guy? Why do we invite this guy? Gabe's brain is running wild with ideas with you. All right, run wild, run wild. And are the Sharks good? No comment. No comment. But yeah, happy holidays. I will see you guys next Sunday. I'll try to have more ideas so these live streams aren't just me yapping. Yeah, check out the Etsy shop. Check out the Winterfest video. And go Niners. Go Niners. Ohtani sucks. Ohtani sucks and the Dodgers suck. Always, forever. Alright? Just deal with it. Please yap away. I can't stand listening to myself talk. I've talked for an hour and a half now. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah. Bang Bang Niner Gang. Vertlife. Variety. Something or other tour. Signing off. Appreciate you guys for joining in. See you guys next Sunday. Hopefully the candlestick video will be out this week. We'll see. But if not, then the week after for sure. Farewell, candlestick.